Good.
But it's still playing. Now we got one viewer.
It's on now.
Tennessee won.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, we
Alright, bro, we good.
Oh yeah,
We good. We good.
Hey, what post
I posted it on. Oh fuck, I ain't posted on fucking. I posted it on my page. We switched to the 5 page. Oh Lord. Take a selfie of that. Look at that. You see? I'm trying to record it, bitch.
They see the young ball. Oh, that is.
We try to mute this out. Damn. Alright.
Damn, McCollum got 27 and a half.
Dang.
Who would imagine to take him? That's what I take him. He do all the things.
Oh shit. Alright, we good.
Bang got 3 and nothing. Wagner got 2 and 3.
We good.
Drummond got 4 reads.
Alright.
Camera roll.
Yeah, we're rolling.
Alright, cool.
Yo! Hey man, welcome back to another episode of Check the Stats Podcast, episode 79. I'm your host T. Car. Here to the left, we got my co-host Big Verse in the building. To the right, we got Sam Man, the Charger Man. We got Amari Sanders in the back.
What's good?
We got Big Jess,
Yes, sir.
the hostess of all hostess, the place where we do this lovely podcast, man. Appreciate you, Big Jess. As always, live chat viewers, man, we appreciate y'all. For everybody who hasn't made it yet, who's gonna make it to this live episode, man, we appreciate your support. Please spam the comments of what you want to hear. What's the hot topic that you wanted to discuss? Big Jess will get it back to us as quickly as he possibly can. But with that being said, man, I mean, just an electric weekend in the NFL this weekend, man. A lot of upsets, a lot of crazy shifts in the playoff bracket up to date, man. It's going to be a tight race coming down to the finish, man. And I'm just blessed to say that my Texans are in the hunt. So, to say where we were from 0-3 to where we at now, man, life couldn't be any better for a Texans fan. So, with that being said, Big Jess, let's get into it.
Yes, sir. So, as always, I got some warm-up questions for you guys. I'll go ahead and get into it. Let's do it. So, in your opinion, if every NFL team had to start their backup, what team would still win their division and why?
Every team's backup. Who has the best backup?
The Rams.
No. Who's their backup?
Stetson Bennett solid.
I think it's Jimmy Garoppolo, huh?
I thought it was Stetson because he's playing.
49ers.
49ers.
Oh,
Mac
yeah.
Jones.
Yeah, great.
49ers. Who we talking?
Yeah,
He probably looks better than Brock Purdy right now.
that's easy. Now, if I had to say a second, I'd go Davis.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I ain't gonna lie, I'll lean to the 49ers for sure. They backups were nice. That's a solid group. They still look like starters to me, honestly, when they was out there.
So, if you could erase one bad contract from your favorite team, whose contract are you deleting?
Oh, my goodness. Who we got?
You need them linemen, so don't get too happy.
I'm thinking. That's why I'm like, I don't want to just spurt out anything without context. Because realistically, we got off a lot of their bad contracts. Like Josh Landale, we got off of him. Jalen Green was really a great contract in hindsight, in a sense.
Shit, Tunsil right before unproductive.
I got one right now.
Shoot.
NFL. Okay, we're going NFL. My team. I would erase Bradley Bozeman's contract because he is terrible. Worst center in the league. No knock to him, but I'm just being honest, man. Like, hey, he's not good. We need him off. He's terrible. First center in the league, man. So for sure, erase his contract and get somebody else. Mm-hmm.
Who has a poor contract for the Texans?
That's hard because we got rid of a lot of it. Like Christian Kirk's on a 1 year. Nico, his deal is coming up pretty soon. Will Anderson still a rookie contract. Hunter just got an extension. Stingley just got an extension. Lasser still on a rookie contract. Petrie just got extended. Bullock on rookie. Alcides.
Aziz, I think he is just coming up.
I'm surprised they said y'all boy Toa.
Toa's a rookie, so it's not really.
He's not a rookie, but he on a rookie deal.
You know, the rookie deal, he young.
So it's really just hard to say one. And then we got rid of Shaq Mason.
Is there another team that would be easier to answer?
If we go to another team for sure, I'd say T Higgins. He's not a wide receiver one, and it hurts to say the truth because I know a lot of people adore him and how great he is and his role on the Cincinnati Bengals, but we seen that in hindsight, clear as day 2020. He had that one-on-one him and Gonzo, and he got clamped. Absolutely clamped. You know why he got clamped? Because I took some money on him. That's one part. I took his over at 69.5 with Joe Flacco, who been slinging that ball all season long without Burrow in the lineup. But for some odd reason, we go up against New England. You got a one-on-one matchup to get 70, and nobody expects you to win, and you still can't go for 70. He's not a wide receiver one. I think they overpaid for a wide receiver two, where you could have just developed. And they got good guys in that wide receiver room. Not like T Higgins, but to say that you're paying T Higgins close to wide receiver one money is absurd.
Gino. I think that's a terrible contract. I mean, granted, thank God it's only 2 years, but he's not looking like someone that is going to be appetizing to get off of. You probably got to throw in maybe a pick or two, or maybe a few players in order to get him off your roster and offload that contract and chop it up as an L. So if I'm the Raiders, I'm looking to just probably deal with the dead cap hit that you want to take.
I couldn't because I was looking at the next question. That's my fault. Okay, here we go. You was gonna say something? What's an NFL team that you absolutely do not trust, no matter how good they look?
Colts.
Jags. No, I'm not even just trying to troll or nothing. It's like, have you seen the games that they put? Like, they almost lost to the Cardinals.
Did you see the record?
Okay. Like, record don't mean nothing in the NFL. I mean, we seen the team that ended up winning 14 games last year get bounced out in the first round in the Vikings. I mean, the Pittsburgh Steelers, y'all thought that they was going to end up taking care of AFC North because of how bad every other team was looking. Lo and behold, Ravens came back and they're in first place in the division. The record doesn't mean much in the NFL because it's any given Sunday, and in every given Sunday, you could be taking advantage of.
Okay, well let me turn it in like a different direction. If you can take a player from your division and put him on your team, who would you take?
Like from another team?
NFL, NBA.
NFL.
Put him on our team.
In my division. Give me what's boy name?
Give me Jonathan Taylor.
Give me Nelson. Give me Nelson out of Indianapolis.
If they ain't getting Mixon anytime soon, give me Jonathan Taylor.
Give me Nick Benito.
I say, can y'all help Mari out?
Give me Nick Benito.
That's not bad.
Sure, yeah, he know his division.
Give me Nick Benito. Cause I was thinking, cause there's so many good players, and give me Nick Benito. Shoot, give me Mahomes. Hey,
Over Jay Herbert?
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, love Herbert to death, but
I love him that much.
if I got a chance, we had a chance to trade for him. Hey, if we got Mahomes, that'd be dope.
Y'all could take any pass rusher, honestly.
Chris
Chris Jones.
Nelson.
Chris Jones, but I like Nick Benito more than Chris. Chris Jones like an interior D lineman. Nick Benito is edge.
Should you get Max?
Max, but yeah. Hey, it's a couple.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot of guys in the division I'd take, but number one I take Nick Benito for sure.
Who's the most disappointing coach in the NFL this season?
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll by far.
true. All that expectation and hype just for you to go in there and have arguably the worst team in the NFL with all that money tied to your top guys. I mean, Jesus, it's oh man, they look better with Antonio Pierce, and that's saying something. So
Uh, I'd say just going in a different direction. Either pick of the killers, Stefanski or Khan. Like them boys, they just haven't been able to. Stefanski, I understand your situation, but like at a certain point in time, it's gonna come to a point where it's wins and losses, and your job is gonna be on the line. O'Connell, I mean, you ended up getting rid of Sam Darnold. Y'all didn't really sign him for a reason because y'all believed in JJ McCarthy, and the fact that he's been looking this terrible this late in the season, that might be in the NFL draft looking for another QB.
I think we need to give it. I think we need to give JJ some more time, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, this is really his rookie year. Like I've been saying, you know what I'm saying? He's had good moments this season. He's had a lot of bad moments. Like, that's how it is. It's been up and down for him. But I think it'll only get better from here, especially with Kevin O'Connell. I feel like he's gonna get him right, bro.
But I feel like at a certain point in time, like the coach is gonna help out the quarterback. Like Caleb Williams, we gave him a lot of grace because we understood his offensive situation when Matt Eberflus was just off. But like Kevin O'Connell is like he's a guy that we look at as scheming his top receivers open. Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson. I mean, he's even able to get the running backs involved in the passing game. And for him to not be able to do so because of him betting on JJ McCarthy is like it's a sticky situation.
I respect it.
So on to, well, this could be NFL or NBA. Is there one player this season that you think is getting way too much hype for what they've actually done?
dang,
Ooh, I'll say
Way too much hype for what they've actually done.
I kind of want to say Bo Nix, bro.
I can't hate on that.
It's like I want to, but I can't. Honestly, I can't.
I like that answer.
What, Mo?
I like that answer.
Josh Allen. And it's not even me trying to hate on him. The running, they have the best rushing attack in the NFL. James Cook has probably been the most productive player on the team. And Josh Allen, you ask him to put on that cape a whole bunch of times. Sometimes Superman is going to look like Clark Kent.
Ooh, trying to think. A guy that's been getting too much hype.
It'd be NFL or NBA.
I ain't got one.
No worries, no worries. So, of all the teams in the NBA with a hot start, what team do you think is most likely to collapse by Christmas?
By Christmas? That's a quick turnaround.
San Antonio don't get back Wemby. I would say the Spurs, but if I had to say one right now,
I was surprised to see that the Suns are a top 8 team in the West.
Toronto?
No, that's the team that I was going to say, but I'm just like
They actually solid.
Yeah, but are
But
they
I gonna keep it
Are they trustworthy solid? That's the thing.
I mean, who are you worried about in the East?
I mean, I'm worried about what they got internally.
What you mean internally?
Brandon Ingram.
Shoot, he just went for 37.
Yeah, I understand. Look who he is.
Nah, that don't matter. Cleveland? Cleveland's
Cleveland's a contender.
Yeah, that's a good team.
I
Bro.
don't trust.
And their record is pretty good too.
Any team, in my opinion, led by Donovan Mitchell over the past few seasons since he's been in the NBA, they're still in the second round, baby.
I'm gonna say, what is Toronto ceiling?
I think Toronto's ceiling is probably. I feel like they're not going to be able to host a playoff series in the first round. They could possibly make the playoffs for sure. I'm not going to hate on that, especially with the hot start they got. They're going to take advantage of it. But I feel like they could probably drop down to probably within the 6 to 8 range.
Oh, but who are you saying that can leapfrog them in the East as currently constructed? Because I mean, Indiana's out the picture. Boston awful. The Nets are god awful. The Hawks are okay, but even still, that's really little to no belief there.
I think you underestimate how tightly packed the Eastern Conference is. Like for as credit as the West gets with how much talent they got to stockpile on top of each other to where 50-win teams cannot make the playoffs. I mean, the Eastern Conference has 10 teams with winning records. For as bad as Boston seems like they are, they're 9-8. Who's to say they're not within striking distance from a team that's within their division?
To me. Jaylen Brown is not, he can't lead that team anywhere, especially with that construction of a team. I mean, Anthony Simons, that's your sixth man. I mean, he's good, and that's his rightful. I think maximizing his potential in the NBA is better coming off the bench. But like, the Celtics are no threat, realistically. Like, if I was to say they're realistic threats in the East, I would go. I wouldn't say around. I would say the Knicks are a realistic threat.
Say Detroit for sure.
Yeah, Detroit. I mean, as of now, I want to see it marinate throughout the year, especially with some of the pieces that they lost. They still look good though.
13-game win streak.
And they're working back in Ivy, so I want to see how that combination goes with them.
Yeah.
But you can't even give me like 4 definitive teams that you're just like in the East. They're solid. Like Miami, do we really think that they're a solid contender in the East? Like,
I feel like the Eastern Conference, like anything can happen.
Yeah.
We all thought that the Knicks were penciled in to go into the finals, and then lo and behold, Indiana came out of nowhere and shit like that. And even prior to them, we thought that Boston had a clear-cut date with destiny with the Thunder, and they got knocked off in 6. So
I was gonna say the Bulls, but they 9-8. I ain't bad, but
I mean, but the Bulls are in Bulls territory. They live in the play-in.
yeah, that's true.
So, who's one player in the NBA do you think that is? Everyone says they're a number one option, but you know that they're not actually a number one option.
Are you talking about like producing wins or just the load every single night?
The load.
every single night.
That's not a number one option.
That is. That's considering on their team as number one option.
Probably John.
And
it
everyone
was
else
us.
It's Trae Young.
I was thinking that too, but I mean, he has at least maybe not anymore, but he has at least the cachet to say, okay, I know what it's like to be a number one option on a team contending for as long as that run was. I mean, Memphis has never gotten back there since the days of Zebo. So
it's crazy.
They damn sure not getting back there with John, especially the way that he feeling over there.
If the playoffs started today, which NFL team would be the most dangerous lower seed?
Dangerous lower seed.
I would probably go with Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit at the 7. I mean, because realistic, and shocking, the Bears are 8-3 and they're leading that division. I mean, who would have thought? But Detroit right now, I believe they're sitting at 6, maybe 7.
They don't. If the playoffs started today, they still are 8.
God, dog.
That's
Green Bay, that tie is saving them.
Exactly. And they play each other again, so Green Bay sweeps.
Oh yeah, now they really might be fried.
Yeah. So
San Fran gonna keep it up is the question though. Is San Fran gonna keep up this hot little win streak, especially to see how bad Brock Purdy was looking last
they got an easy schedule.
I see about 3 losses, potential losses.
They gotta lose to the Bears.
They can lose to the Browns. Why you playing?
They can, but as they get to 11 wins, they in. 11 wins makes it to the playoffs.
Nah, it should for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I see your team in there, so I'm like,
Oh no, my team already won. I was at the.
Oh my god.
How was the flight?
I ain't had to take no flight.
Tennessee.
Oh no. The Texans on the field was the only team that I see.
Bro, let's do this.
But
They don't even pay attention.
hey, Jesse, game recognized game. As far as teams that are a low seed that could potentially make some noise, I'm gonna stick with my guns. I'm gonna see now. And it's crazy because they're 5.
Yeah.
But like, shoot, if they don't win their division, how many teams in the NFC are realistically knocking them off? Eagles look fragile. We probably gonna get into Rams did everything that they could to give the Seahawks that game, and everybody else they have flaws of their own. I don't know what Seattle's flaw is other than can Sam Darnold win the big game?
And my last question is going to be: is there an NFL team that has went from unwatchable to must-see TV this season?
Cowboys.
Wow.
This
I would say that was never just unwatchable.
yeah, because they electric.
That maybe was a hate watch, but as far as unwatchable, I can turn on some Cowboys. I mean, they ain't just gonna be just absolutely dreadful. I would say probably the Bears for me. I mean, just to see where they were from last year, just an unwatchable team, just poorly executed. Everything about the Bears was just aggravating to me because you seen the talent from this year. It's a night day different.
I say the Cowboys because the running game is back. The defense is terrible, but they didn't have Dak Prescott for majority of last year. So the fact that he's playing at a level where he's validating the contract that's given to him. I mean, I seen people comparing this season that he's having to Joe Burrow's of last year. But people are giving Dak more credit because Dak didn't have his version of Jamar Chase for a majority of the season in CeeDee Lamb. He didn't have George Pickens for a majority of the season until he's pretty much emerged as the top tier threat that he is. So I mean, I say Dallas. Honestly, I didn't expect him to be. I didn't expect him to still be in the playoff hunt.
Yeah.
It ain't realistic, but it's possible.
I didn't either.
For me, honestly, Seattle, they came a long way from like last year to this year. So I like how they been playing.
Seattle the same team as last year. They missed the playoffs with 10 wins.
But it was never unwatchable.
It wasn't unwatchable. Wait, did he say it go from
Unwatchable
to
to
watchable?
Must-see TV.
Oh.
I
mean, but this year, Seattle was electric, bro. Like,
What was
Jason
the
had
record
a
last
crazy season. Huh?
What was the record last year?
10-7.
10 or 7.
They
They got 10 wins.
They the only team that missed the playoffs with double-digit wins. That's why I was so high on them heading into the year, because outside of QB, what changed? And it seemed like the QB ended up getting upgraded.
The Seahawks went 10-7.
Yep.
I think so.
100%.
But
They've been 10-7 the past few seasons now.
I say Seattle, like that offense is electric, and the defense, I mean, it was the same thing as last year, but this year it just looks more like established. Like they look a lot better, everything just looks smoother. You know what I'm saying, with Seattle. So I for sure say the Seahawks, yeah. Again, I think Sam Darnold was playing better ball than Geno was out there in my eyes.
That's true.
Kind of like the same.
What was your reaction to Sheduer Sanders' debut win versus the Raiders?
About time. It was about time, man. Big verse. I already know you want to hold your wrist up. A couple times. We've been talking about it all year long, but it was just, I guess we can speak on the black community. It was a well-anticipated day because we've been waiting for Sheduer since basically he got drafted into the NFL. We knew it was going to take some time. He was the second quarterback picked in his own draft class from his own team.
Yeah.
And he was the better quarterback out of two. We can get into that another day. But I mean, to finally see him get that chance and for him to actually like show them like, hey, like before you write us off, before you go use your top draft pick on a quarterback, because there might be a few in this year's draft. Hold up just a second. Let me show you I can do a little something.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed flashes. It was his rookie debut, so I am going to give him some grace. He had some good and he had some bad. Now, I can say him and drifting back in the pocket, taking those sacks that ends up being, it may be a 7-yard sack, and then it turns into a 15, 18-yard sack because he's trying to just extend that play. He has to get out of the habit. He had it bad in Colorado, and it looks like he hasn't broken it yet, but obviously the reps, getting in-game reps against ones in the NFL, not scout teams, ones in the NFL, he's going to get better. I think the Browns, I mean, obviously we've been seeing on social media all the Browns players posting about basically their win. Mm-hmm. And, players post, like, we know social media. We know how it goes. But it's it's how can I say it? Like people are they're posting because of their excitement that they have Sheduers in play.
Yeah.
So like it's the vibe around the building is different. You got Miles Garrett getting sacks, putting up his wrist, doing the perfect time, and like the energy is there, the morale is there, the team backs him 100%, and he just gives that team a way better opportunity of winning games, and that's all you want in the NFL, especially if you're gonna at least try to replace both of those rookies by the end of the year with the new guy that you're gonna get freshly in the draft. At least see what you got. And Dylan Gabriel, he wasn't a game changer. Sheduer Sanders pushed that he pushed that ball down the field. I don't think I've ever seen Dylan Gabriel throw a pass over 25, 30 yards. Maybe I just ain't been watching enough Browns tape, but at least complete a pass. 25 to 30 yard, man. When Sheduer threw that pass to Isaiah Bond, man, my heart dropped. I said, whoo! I said, man, he is never going back to that bench. As long as Dylan Gabriel is the backup, he's going to at least have a starting job. Because that right there, man, it gave me flashes of that Colorado. But it showed me, like, this offense has a lot in the tank with the weapons that they have. I mean, Harold Fannin is good.
Yeah.
I was talking about him pre-draft. I was like, Harold Fannin is a really good tight end coming out of Bowling Green.
Yeah.
And then you got Dylan Sampson, who created one for 66 yards and gets Sheduer his first career touchdown. And he's the backup. Quinshawn Judkins, he didn't even have a big day because they keyed in on him because they like, rookie first start. We just gonna load the box and make him throw it.
Simpson was nice up there. Clemson, I remember.
Yes. Then you got Jerry Jeudy. You still got David Njoku. You have weapons around him in a sense. So like, just to sit there and say like the Browns are just a team full of castaways on offense, you're sadly mistaken because Sheduer Sanders actually gave. I guess me, because I was watching the game for better purposes, of course. I mean, Sheduer Sanders did the job. He did the job. I'm not gonna lie. Now, was it the perfect team to come in against his very first start? Absolutely. The Raiders is an absolute dumpster fire. Pete Carroll should be fired as quick as he was hired because that team is absolutely awful. As we can see, Chip Kelly was fired. He was fired on Monday, and it could have came fast enough. He was absolutely awful.
Yeah.
He was absolutely awful.
I stick to college.
But at the same time, though, we gotta give Geno Smith some blame too. Geno Smith was awful. He was awful. Like you couldn't even tell. Like real talk. If I was to put on that television, not knowing anybody, their history, nothing, I would have thought Geno Smith was a rookie. I would have thought he was a rookie. He looked that bad. Like they have no run game to exist. So Geno Smith is not like he's not used to taking on a big load. He did it in Seattle. So I'm like, so now you go from you had the ability to be some amazing it can't come off my tongue. Pause. I can't say it. Yeah. Thank you, Big Bird. I appreciate you. But he went from last year to this year is insane. Yes, Big J.
Sorry, before I get any further, I just want to say we do have a viewer. No, now two viewers. But of course, our first viewer was Joe. He said what's up.
Yo,
That's good.
He does want to let us know that the audio is echoing.
Yikes.
Yes.
I gotta turn the volume down.
I can do that.
I got the mics on us today.
But Sheduer 11 for 20, 209, the passing to and the INT, man, is not a bad start for a rookie debut. It was a lot of good and a lot of bad. He threw that one bad interception. It is what it is. I mean, he's a rookie, charged to the game. But to stick in there and he showed me something. He showed me that he at least deserves the rest of the season to see what you have there. Yeah. At least the rest. I'm not saying that you name him the starter for next year going in like this is our for sure guy, but he at least gave himself the grace to have another opportunity to show why he deserves to be the guy in Cleveland. So I think for Cleveland, I know y'all excited for the black community and for the football community around the world, man. I know we was all excited watching Sheduer Sanders play. It was a beautiful sight to see. Just hey, the NFL, you can't hide talent. You can't blackball talent. You can't hide talent. It don't matter.
I do want to give Gino a little bit of grace because we talk about it on a weekly basis. It ain't too many teams in the NFL that got a worse O line than the Texans. Hey, Vegas is one of them.
I ain't gonna lie, it was falling apart out there for him.
10 sacks.
Yeah,
10?
But bro,
bro,
keep it a bean. Give him some context though, bro. Like
Miles
he
Garrett
was holding that ball, bro.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was.
holding it. Like at the end of the day, like Miles Garrett gonna get some sacks. Miles Garrett is a Hall of Famer. Like we know about him, but like Geno Smith was at least 3 of them sacks was him.
Yeah.
3 of them sacks was him.
Okay, 3 of them
But
sacks
then
was
again,
him.
the corners had them locked. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
They
for
was
sure.
locked.
But 3 of them sacks is him. That's still 7 on the table.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, as
That's
an NFL quarterback, he's able to at least throw the ball away on a couple of those. He's a standing statue in the pocket, like no mobility whatsoever. He ran maybe 2 times. I mean, he just looks. The regression from Seattle to now was just like horrific.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
And it's just unexcusable. I can't even give him an excuse. Like that was bad. Geno Smith looked awful.
He only has a 2-year contract, and even that seems like a bad one.
Yeah.
But Sheduer, he did as good as we possibly could have asked for. I mean, this was probably if he ended up playing poorly, then who knows how many opportunities he would get to be a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's in this position now doing his thing is honestly a great sight to see. He made some mistakes, but he also made some great throws. 11 for 20 ain't nothing to sneeze at for about 209 yards, and majority of those yards came from that Samson touchdown. But at the end of the day, you do what you got to do to manage the game and win. At the end of the day, win is all that you care about in the NFL. You stack those up as best as possible. You're gonna keep a job for a long time. He's not looking backwards anytime soon as long as Dylan Gabriel is only competition. And I don't know if you guys noticed, there's only 2 QBs on the roster. So the fact that he only has that to look over his shoulder for, and he don't even got to look that hard because Dylan Gabriel already put on tape what he could. I mean, shoot, at the end of the day, now if you're Cleveland and you want to see what you got at quarterback position between these 2 guys, this is the best opportunity to finally get a chance to look at the other guy that you ended up having slide in the 5th round. So Sheduer did his thing, and he's gonna be in a better test going up against a team like the 49ers, but against a squad like the Raiders, he ended up doing his thing. So shout out to him for sure.
Yeah, I feel like Sheduer, he gives the Browns not grace. He gives them hope in a sense. He's kind of like how Jackson Dart is for New York in a sense. Like he gave him like that hope and everything like that, and he got the swagger. You know what I'm saying? He got the fans to back him. He has everything. Like he got everybody doing this. Like it's iconic. Like he kind of got like some like how when Chief Keef first came on the scene. Like it's around the world. Like his influence is all around the world. I mean, you got people from Africa watching him, staying up till 1 a.m. I don't know if y'all seen that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you got people from Africa supporting him and everything. But yeah, Sheduer, he did his thing, man. He came in the game. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was really expecting much from him, but he did. What can I say? He did what he could. You know what I'm saying? He did what he was supposed to do. You know what I mean? And I'm rooting for him. I've been rooting for him. And it's really up from here. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he's gonna stay in that spot that he's in now. I feel like he's gonna continue to get better, especially now he's practicing with the ones. Like he said, imagine the full preseason. I only had like 1 practice with him. Imagine the full preseason or whatever.
Yeah, full preseason, full training camp.
Mm-hmm.
To the full season slated as the number 1 guy. Who knows what the ceiling could be for him?
Yeah, he threw some good passes too. Judy, you pissed me off with that. I don't know what you was trying to do. I mean, he looked like he was trying to like jump and like juke, but
He tried to cut himself.
he was trying to. Yeah, he was like looking like this, bro. You know, that was a good play by the defense, but he made some good throws. You know what I'm saying? He did what he was supposed to do. He managed the game well and led them to that win. So hey, if he can continue to do that, and hey, well, who knows? He might be the starter for next year, man. But like my boy said, you can't hide talent. You can't.
No.
It's always gonna shine. So I'm just glad he got his chance, man.
Oh, yeah.
Audio is fixed. He said 10 sacks is crazy. Sheduer probably has the most hate out of all the rookies. And he said, what is Tyler watching?
He watching basketball. He watching sports.
That boy on bet on.
You got money on the line. You got to multitask.
Hey, bro, Anthony Black got 20 points. Bro, he caught a half-court alley-oop. They threw him a half-court alley, and then he hit a corner.
Who do it? Bang? That sucks?
Bang.
I like that.
Suggs back.
Yeah.
Man, Bang doing my thing. Okay.
That's why I was looking. I'm like, oh my God.
I'm like, why you jump like that?
That's funny. That boy sweating under that dude.
Hey, what you telling me?
Lord.
Took the under it over.
That's just the over.
Oh, so
Cool for blacks.
God, no, I would never take Black.
What, pause?
Hey.
It's okay, it's off camera.
That's on live.
Speak for yourself.
Oh.
Hey.
What you see?
Y'all should watch G League a little bit. It was LJ Cryer versus Bronny James.
Oh.
Okay. How much LJ had?
You know how much he had, Joe?
Bro, Anthony Black has 23.
And he said it was Stretch versus Tyler Smith.
Okay.
I remember Tyler Smith from Bush.
So, most city in the league, man.
Hey. What's up? Might have tapped in.
Oh yeah. They still got what is it, the Rio Grande Valley Vipers?
Yeah, that's the Rockets G League.
So, sitting at 6-5 and coming off a win from the Bills, what are your realistic expectations for the Texans for the rest of the season?
Can I go real quick? Because I know this got 10. But I'm going to make it quick, easy. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like the Texans, they're really a playoff contender. And I had hope in the sense. Like, I believe in y'all team from the jump. I feel like with that defense that y'all have, bro, y'all can go pretty far. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I know the offense is a little stale. But when y'all get that boy CJ back and y'all get it rolling, because it looked like he was getting the groove of it. What game was that he got hurt?
Denver.
When he got hurt against Denver, it looked like the offense was rolling. He was getting it. Then he got hurt. But if he can get back in and everything like that, and continue to do his thing and learn that offense and just get that connection with Kaylee, I ain't gonna lie. Like that and that defense, y'all can go pretty far, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all can. They're contenders. Like they don't even need the offense to play perfect. They got the defense. That's all they need. That's literally all they need. They got the best defense in the league, bro. Literally. So
I would say Super Bowl. And not to even just be speaking crazy and doing the whole little that's my team, so I'm ride or die. It's not none of that. I believe that we could be legitimate Super Bowl contenders just strictly off of I think we finally kind of found our identity on both sides of the ball. I mean, defensively, we're a physical team, man. We hold our turf. We don't let nobody get a yard. Like I said, Josh Allen was the anomaly of the quarterbacks that went over on the passing yard. But it was two BS plays, bro. Like they threw that flick. What's that? The full. What's it?
Flick?
The hook and ladder.
Yeah, they threw that hook and ladder at the end. And then he turned it up for like 40 yards. Like, just they ruined my ticket. Don't get me started.
Mine too.
Yeah, but the Texans, man, Will Anderson, he gonna make it really hard to keep Danielle Hunter after this season because he's gonna be an all-pro guy. Let's keep it a beat. He's gonna be an all-pro guy. He's gonna demand top of the market value. It's gonna be hard to keep him. Especially it's hard, you can't keep two edge rushers making $30+ million, and then you got a quarterback coming in on a rookie extension that's going to be. I mean, I don't know what CJ value is now, but at least the quarterback market is going up closer towards that 60, especially if you're a middle of the pack quarterback, 55 and up. So we got a lot of mouths to feed for sure. But as long as for this year, man, I see our offense finally coming along. We're trying to, we finally woke up and put on some glasses and realized Woody Marks is our bell cow. He's our best running back in that room. Nick Chubb, he can come in and be a rotational piece at times when Woody Marks needs a breather. But outside of that, there's no reason Nick Chubb should be playing too many meaningful snaps for the Houston Texans. He doesn't fit our identity. Woody Marks is great in pass protection. He's great in the receiving game, and he's a great runner, not only in between the tackles, but on the outsides as well. Jaden Higgins, man. I mean, thank you, Jesus, that we finally started not only putting him out there on the field, but designing some type of plays to get him involved into the game. I mean, he's a 6'4", smooth route runner with great hands.
And runs a 4-4.
And we finally give him the ball. I mean, I'm cool with it. I mean, shoot, we 6-5. We're actually contending. We're in a contending stage right now, so I'm not really upset that the fact we're getting him the ball now. I wish it would have been a little sooner, but it is what it is. But now you can really see just how beautiful our offense could look once you start exploring all of the weapons that we have. We're not only Nico-centric. We have Dalton Schultz, and he's finally being that safety blanket that we asked for. We got Jay. I wish we would have put him out there, man. What's this dude's name? Noel. Jalen Noel. I wish we put him out there a little more, but Christian Kirk, I mean, shoot, he did his job. Yeah. He got that PI. I mean, shoot, he was out there doing business. So at the end of the day, that line he didn't give up a sack. Not one sack against Buffalo. Like, is this the same team we talking about? The Houston Texans, the worst offensive line. We was my board lineman. We was my board and straight linemen to now we're allowing 0 sacks against the Buffalo Bills. Like, look how far we come. Like, Charles, like, real talk, bro. Like, this year, man, if it haven't taught me anything else, it taught me patience. It taught me patience, trust the process. It may not look good when you wanted to, but just stay patient. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But and we're nowhere near done. We're halfway through the season, so I'm not gonna sit there and get my high horse and saying that we winning it all. But my honest opinion, I feel like we're a Super Bowl team because we have a stout defense that will give. Against, I don't care what offense you put out there on the field, we're holding our own. We're neutralizing them, and our offense, we're good enough now where at least 3/4 of our possession, we're getting 3. If 3/4 of our possession, we're getting 3, you're not getting over 20. Let's keep it a beam. It's impossible to get over 20. I mean, Jacksonville did it a couple weeks. It is what it is. Like, we still won that game. So I mean, I don't know. I don't want to take no more time because I'm so amped right now because it's like, bro, you understand the feeling. It is a difference when your team is actually like competitive and like it gives you something to talk about. So like you're a little more ecstatic and you upbeat.
Joe said he remembers when Tyler crashed out and his camera failed when he was talking about the Texans.
It was on virtual, it was on StreamYard.
That's a long time from now. Hey Joe, that ain't gonna happen no time soon. I'll catch you in the Super Bowl, baby.
Yeah. Texans, shoot. I was worried that I was wasting my money.
You got season tickets.
And they started doing what they was doing, man. But lo and behold, they got a black brother proud. The ceiling is the sky's the limit because obviously our defense, but legitimately, if we just have our offense find a way to meet us halfway, then that's all it takes. We've seen teams not only go to the Super Bowl, but win the Super Bowl with middling QB play, but an electrifying defense that is able to suffocate opponents. I mean, I'll keep it a beam with you. We've seen that last year. Look at Philly. I mean, granted, Jalen Hurts ended up in a position where he was Super Bowl MVP, made the throws that he needed to, but I guarantee you, if they had a group award for who won that game, it was that defense. It was that pass rush. It was that back end. It was that front seven. It was that defensive coordinator. It was those rotational pieces that kept getting pressure on guys like Mahomes and neutralizing people like Jaden Daniels and turning loose against guys like Matt Stafford and Jordan Love. I mean, this is the same recipe, just with slightly worse players on that offensive side of the ball. But we don't need our offensive weapons to be great. We just need them to do the bare minimum. We just need them to be average. We already got a great kicker in Conor Fairbairn who's got a strong leg as it is. He probably leads the NFL in kicking points if we keep him in the buck. We got a quarterback in C.J. Stroud who was just hitting his stride prior to the concussion. Now he got 3 weeks off. And he's looking to come back better than ever. Probably the biggest game of the season to this point in Indianapolis. We got a backup who we have the utmost confidence in, which is not something a lot of teams in the NFL can say. We got a running game that's starting to hit its stride. We got Nico Collins back in the mix. We got Jaden Higgins as a Nico clone that's in a position to hit his stride as well. Christian Kirk look like he's playing for the amount of money we paid him, which is great news for us. Special teams is looking relatively good as well. And with a defense that is as hellacious as that front seven and that back four, who's to say what we can do in the NFL in the postseason? I mean, the fact that we started off 0-3 and have a position to make the playoffs, forget make the playoffs, win the division, not once but twice, it's incredible. The roller coaster route that we've on, it seems like we're only getting higher and higher and higher. And shoot, I'm ready to see where this team can take us.
I think it is shocking though too for us though. Like to say where we started to like now is just absolutely like insane. And man, Jesse, we can cut because I'm complete. I'm complete. Like when you know you just lost of words, you just so satisfied. Like I'm man, I ain't felt good about the Texans in a minute, man. Let us win this Sunday.
Y'all was pissed about them boys,
Bro,
man.
you should have seen me at that game on Thursday, bro. Oh,
Nah, yeah.
hey, when I tell you I was teed, bro. When I seen that, Kalen gonna earn him some money, bro. He gonna earn him some money, bro.
That secondary is so damn nice, bro. Like Lassiter and that boy Bullock. Oh my
And
god,
you know what's scary for the rest of the NFL? Guess who was at an All-Pro level that wasn't there?
Petrie.
Exactly. So you know he gonna come and thump some. And he been doing good in the passing game too.
Oh, you ain't gotta tell me nothing about that. We know.
Ooh,
Hey.
would be nice.
I mean, y'all still good too. No, I'm dead serious.
We gonna see. I feel like our season was a kind of similar, up and down.
This is off topic. Like he said, but he said he has a question for me and Tyler. He wanted to ask what it was like guarding Anthony Edwards. What was that? Okay. He said he found the tape on YouTube. So Joe, you know how it went. From my perspective, that like wasn't my matchup, the T-Cow matchup. Before the game, I mean, I didn't know who he was, so I wouldn't take it seriously at all. They were just like, he's like going to Georgia, and I was like, oh, okay, like Stretch going to Texas, okay. And then like I was ready for the challenge, but then when he got on that court, that was the easiest bucket of his life.
So I didn't know who he was prior before. I ain't gonna cap. Like I heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, like Anthony Edwards." I'm just like, who is that? And that shoot, we ended up finding out. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
he
he showed us who he was.
Ain't it crazy going against people you know that's just different? Like, shoot,
Yeah.
I'm Parker Washington with the Travis.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a chance to see that up close and personal last time.
He was tough.
Shoot, Anais,
Oh my God.
Vaughn, A-Chain, like those
Fort
guys.
Bend, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Fort Bend,
bro.
hey.
They got some dogs.
Anthony Edwards was strong, bro. I ain't gonna sit there and cap. He probably was the strongest player I ever guarded. Like even still to this day, man, I guarded Eddie Lampkin, and I can sit there and say that Anthony Edwards was stronger than anybody I had to guard. Like he was.
Oh, I did play versus him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's physically built, bro. Like
Yeah.
he was about 6. He was probably 6'4", maybe. I don't know how much he weighed at the time. He for sure was over 200.
Cool.
And he probably was at least 205.
At least.
Solid.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, physical. Like, bro, every time he dribbled into you, it was always that thud. It was just like, damn, like you act like you literally like if you not solid, like it's no damn that look like he be playing with you. Like you have to bring it every time. But I think as a competitor, I mean, those are the matches that you won at the end of the day. You want to go up against the top tier guy, even win, lose, or draw. Like you see where he's at. He's a professional NBA player with freaking. Shoot, Amari got his shoes. So I'm like, just to sit here today and say that like, hey, you had the chance to go guard out one of them guys. Hey, that's a blessing for me.
Play Quentin Grimes too.
100%. That was a dog too.
John Paul Richardson for Rams point too.
Yeah, so that's what Joe said. Joe said he appreciates the answer. He said Amari and Big Verse. Do you guys ever play against Devon? What's the?
Hey, Vaughn.
I didn't know he was Vaughn.
In Marshall.
He was a Marshall.
I didn't know that.
Hey, I had to go against him twice. Once in football, the other track.
What year he graduated?
Me too.
2019. He was.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
2019. Yeah.
in 2020.
Nah.
He might be. I can't remember. But me and Vaughn, we ran for wings together. We ran track together. And I knew he was different. But on that field though, he just popped off out of nowhere. Like, and then he committed to A&M, everything like that. Like, I know Vaughn. Vaughn cool.
Dang.
I think the best person I went up against was probably Anais. It was extremely hard to tackle him. I was surprised I made a tackle on kickoff hill. So, you know who Anais Smith is? He was tough. I ain't gonna lie. He was nice, bro.
Vaughn different. Just that whole football, his speed was unmatchable. But because I mean, it's a play probably on YouTube where you probably see me end up getting embarrassed. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, Vaughn was different.
Bro had me on punt return playing Twister. I ain't gonna count.
It's people that's like, it's fans in the NFL that really don't think he like that fast. I'm like,
Bro, I seen
he
him
has
track.
he has world class speed. The man runs a 10-1.
I'm about to say, what fans say he ain't fast?
That's
But
what I be. NFL fans be talking crazy. I swear, bro.
I
Do
ain't
they
gonna lie,
not?
I seen not one yet.
I swear to God, I have. But they really be questioning like, oh, he doesn't like he's fast, but like he can't be that. I'm like, bro.
Do y'all not know
That man
the
has
difference
world-class
between the fact that he's running that fast with shoulder pads on? Imagine what he's doing with
Oh,
just
man, he don't even be trying. Like,
exactly.
Man, that boy, he just run with proper form. Like, what?
And the Niners got some burners too.
Oh, yeah.
The Niners got some burners too. I seen that at Douglas.
I already know. We didn't get the play going. We was 6'8". I was in 5'8".
I got me some highlights against the Niners. I ain't give me none against Vaughn. I ain't gonna sit up there and hold you.
That boy was nice. Both of them was.
Yeah.
So, did the Colts and Chiefs game show you more about the Chiefs or the Colts?
Colts for sure.
Colts.
Colts can close out the big games, man. Like,
I think the Chiefs, it's like we all respect them, but we know that they're in this desperation mode. So we know that you're gonna get their best every single week. I mean, shit, we're gonna play them next week, so we're gonna see how that goes. The Colts is like they're competing for the #1 seed, and you got the Jaguars who are still hanging in there at 7-4. You got the Texans who came out of nowhere to find a way to get into playoff contention. You got to try to find a way to not only slay down the Dragon, but keep distance from everybody else in your division. The fact that Jonathan Taylor couldn't save you guys, Daniel Jones ended up being neutralized. The fact that that defense couldn't hold an 11-point lead in the fourth quarter. The fact that Shane Steichen decided to put the game in the hands of Daniel Jones of all people. And mind you, he didn't even play a bad game, but like 3rd and short, 4th and short, you could have put the ball in the belly of the most productive back in the NFL, and you elected to not do that. I mean, I think Taylor was held to less than 60 total yards, which is insane.
Which is crazy because he been going crazy.
And it's not to take anything away from what Kansas City was capable of doing, because they played an excellent game on that defensive side of the ball. Spagnuolo, he might end up being a Hall of Famer as a coordinator alone. And we all understand when everything's on the line, you're going up against Mahomes. That's like going up against Brady. So we understand how that goes, but at the same time, like you had a chance to slay the Dragon once and for all, and who knows, that might end up in a position where that might bite you because they scheduled. Look, I just want to look at their schedule right quick, just for you guys to
I
understand.
just heard the AFC even more.
But not even that. Like they got us this week. They got the Jaguars next week. They got the Seahawks the week after. They got the 49ers a few days before Christmas. They got the Jaguars again a few days before New Year's. And they got us to end the season. There is not a single team on this schedule, including us, that has less than 6 wins. And there's a few teams on this schedule that are fighting for something to play for too, because every team on this schedule is desperate, fighting for a playoff spot.
Chargers too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're in this position where they had a chance to possibly solidify a spot in the playoffs and compete for a #1 seed, and they couldn't do it. I'm not saying I'm willing to write off their deathbed, but at the end of the day, it doesn't seem like it's a team that's really going to be trustworthy at this point in time.
Hey, you said you hit it nail on the head. Man, that team was extremely disappointing on Sunday. I was gonna say showed he is not to be trusted in big game situations. And I know that everybody wanted to get Jonathan Taylor the ball to give him opportunity to change the game, but it wasn't no change in that game. I'm not gonna sit there and hold you. They were gonna waste their time trying to hand that ball out to him because Kansas City was stuffing the run.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor was suffocated that whole day. He may have I think I've only seen one carry that he went over 15 yards at best.
Which is crazy because that offensive line is one of the best in the league.
100%, but at the end of the day, Kansas City had playoff pedigree.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever they feel like it's time to turn it on, they turn it up to another level. And Chris Jones, he continues to show. He may not be there every game, but in the games where it matters the most, Chris 95, you're gonna always hear that number. He's gonna be somewhere your quarterback is, your running back is. He's causing havoc in some way, shape, or form.
Yep.
And they just look even more dangerous. And it sucks. It sucks that the fact that Kansas City realistically gonna make the playoffs yet again. But I'm not gonna ignore greatness. Like, hey, Rasheed Rice, welcome back to the party. Like, he really looked a little shaky last couple of weeks coming off that injury. And he had like he pulled his hamstring in that game.
Ooh.
Prior to, and then went right back in the game and caught the key first down to put them in field goal range. Like, it just, Travis Kelce didn't even have the biggest of games. Like, you still got Worthies and you still got Kareem Hunt going for over 150 all-purpose yards.
Never expected that.
Kareem Hunt. Like,
old Kareem Hunt still out there balling, man.
You would have thought it was 2020 the way it was looking with Kareem Hunt and Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And Pacheco coming back this week too.
Disgusting.
I mean, we smell the onions.
See, I would say that, but if you look at his recent trends, his line just held around 50.
I'll be hate watching.
Oh, you hate watching?
I'll be hate watching.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, man, Kansas City showed like they're here to stay. Any higher seed team should be absolutely terrified if you have to play Kansas City in the first round because they showed they can go on the road and take care of it. Now, this may be the first time they won't have the division in their hands, so they won't be able to host a home playoff game to start it off with. But, man, Colts just looked extremely disappointed. Dan Jones he's a proved time in and time out. He is just not the guy. He is not the guy. And I hope that the Colts see this and say, hey, this is a game manager, not a game changer. Let's pay him as such. Let's keep this team going. Hopefully Daniel Jones doesn't get too big of a head and want some crazy bread. Like, honestly, $45 million for Daniel Jones is perfectly fine. But the moment when he's trying to get to like them 50, 55, like, pause it. That's not even you. That's not your body. Trust me. That ain't you. So if this wasn't a reality check for Colts fans, it's Sunday through the rest of the season for y'all will, because y'all don't play no team that isn't in playoff contention. You don't play no team that has a record under 500. Every single team that you playing from here to the end of the season is a playoff test for that last stretch until January. And if you can't do it, hey, it's a realistic opportunity that the Colts can miss the playoffs.
After starting 8-3.
All y'all had to do was seal that dub against them, and y'all couldn't do it. That's crazy, bro.
It's crazy. That you remember a few years ago, CJ Stroud first season, and the division came down to that game in Indy. Lo and behold, it's gonna come down to it again, most likely. Because that's the end of the season, and it's gonna be in NRG too.
I really gotta pray that what's his name? What's bro name? The Jaguars. They start losing some games, so they're not in consideration.
I don't trust their organization. That's just me though. Not even trying to hate. That's just.
It's so crazy how Trevor Lawrence can look good one week and then he look.
Against the Chargers.
It kills me. They almost lost to the Cardinals. I know he better than them.
He had 3 picks. He had 3 interceptions. He just lucky he went against the Cardinals. And it's not even me trying to be a hater. It's like that's
2 against us. Like,
that's who he is, bro. Like he gonna put that ball in harm's way. He is a talented quarterback, but it's some things that just make you question how he ended up in a position where he's one of the highest paid players in the league.
crazy, man. Crazy. All right, we got the
Is George Pickens the number one option at wide receiver?
Yes.
Most definitely.
Listen, Cowboy fans, man, cover your ears. I know y'all don't want to hear this, baby.
He
But
might
you
be.
got to.
He might be the one that should be wearing that 88. I ain't gonna count. Pickens a problem. Like, is he top 10 to you though?
I don't know. Like top 10 is weird.
Was that guy behind Charles top 10? When he was on the Steelers?
Yeah, he was.
Of course.
Yeah, he was top 5. Hell, what?
Production wise,
He was going stupid. Yeah.
I think Pickens, man. I mean, he's earning his keep. You can't sit there and say he isn't. I think by far that may be the most explosive offense in the league. Don't you say, Charles?
Absolutely, bro. They have a great running game, and it's complemented by two guys who could definitively be a number one on any other team in the NFL.
George Pickens is second in the league in receiving yards.
Yep.
I'm only behind the clear cut. He's gonna probably be offensive player of the year. Jonathan Taylor doesn't get it in JSN.
And you lucky Puka got hurt.
Oh yeah, facts. And Puka right there, he's 947. So he's
With
right
missing
there.
time.
Exactly. So that just goes to show how elite Puka Nakua was, and that I wish that Puka Nakua was. He would stay healthy, man. We would have been having some real conversations with JSN and him. But that's a topic for another day. But man, I mean, CD Lamb. I'm so sorry, and I'm a fan of CD Lamb. I'm not gonna sit there and hold you, but his dropping problems is just. It's going to be detrimental when it matters the most. I mean, it wasn't bad enough that he dropped all the passes week 1 against Philly, but then you go spin a block again week 12 and drop a handful more. Like George Pickens out there mossing dudes, multiple dudes.
Yep.
He make like George Pickens, like his model as a receiver or his archetype is 50-50 ball. Go throw it up. Let him go make a play. He's going to make a play 100%. And I mean, the routes are looking better and better by the week. I'm not even going to sit there and hold you. He's looking better and better as a route runner, man. Dak Prescott, it looks like he has a little more trust in him than he does CD Lamb. Yep. I mean, the offense just looked much more electric because the fact that they can stretch that ball down the field. And for Dallas, I want y'all to already be ready for it because it's going to come. Be ready to live life without George Pickens because you're going to have to get off of one or the other, but you cannot have two receivers making over 30 plus million on your team. It won't happen. It can't happen. You already have the highest paid quarterback in the National Football League in Dak Prescott. Then you have a top 5 paid receiver in the NFL in CD Lamb. There's no way, absolutely no way, that you're about to pay George Pickens. Jamar Chase just made 35. He just made 35. So you think George Pickens not finna sit there and look at, hey, yesterday price, not today price. And I know I'm not as good as Jamar Chase, but hey, my numbers say so. My numbers this year say so. I'm on the number 1 statistic offense in the NFL, and I'm the best receiver on it. I already got 1,000 yards and we only played 11 games. So at the end of the day, the number talks. My jersey's gonna sell. And my market's gonna go crazy in the offseason. So you either gonna pay me, or you gonna watch me walk. Because he only got 1 more year left. The Steelers did not re-sign him. Nope. He's a 2nd round pick, so he don't have that 5th year protection. So I think will he be free? He should be free.
Yeah. Should be.
Ain't no restricted, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so he should be a free agent. So George Pickens, and he been keeping it together for the most part with his attitude. Oh yeah.
He getting that ball.
Oh yeah.
He getting that ball.
George Pickens is going to get the Brinks truck. When I say the Brinks truck, he getting the Brinks truck. He's finna pass up Jamar Chase, and he's not better than Jamar Chase. I want everybody to listen to me right now. He's not a better receiver than Jamar Chase. But yesterday's price is not today's price. I want to say it again for the people back. Yesterday's price is not today's price. And George Pickens, he doesn't strike me as a guy that's going to take a back seat just to stay in a good organization because they treat him well. Hey, I guarantee you, he'll go take a nice little bag to go down there to Tennessee. He's going to be wide receiver 1 for Cam Ward. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you he'll take a nice little bag to go down there and be wide receiver 1 for the Oakland, Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
Hey, that money talks.
Ooh.
Money talks. And your production.
I think it'll be like a similar situation with like Trey Hendrickson, or unfortunately, we don't want it to, like you're saying, end up like our boy who got traded to Green Bay.
See, but
but we're dealing with Jerry Jones.
But the thing is with them is like what separates the Cowboys situation from the Bengals situation is they don't have to worry about the Trey Henderson dilemma. They already got rid of their defensive player. We all know that the defensive player gets the short end of the stick when it comes to these money negotiations. But they already let him go. Now it's gonna be interesting to see what they end up doing with guys like Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark, because they look relatively productive for as terrible of a defense that they have.
Quentin Williams been a game changer on that defense.
Exactly.
They don't keep him.
Exactly.
So.
Shoot, they just traded for him. It'd be retarded. I mean, stupid.
That'd be dumb.
I mean, that too. That too.
It's one of the best teams
Joe
in the league.
said Tyler giving business 101 class advice.
Oh, yeah. I can teach you a thing or two.
Nah, he ain't lying. I mean, he may have walked into the season as wide receiver number 2, but one, he ain't playing like it, and 2, he for sure ain't taking wide receiver 2 money, and that's including T. Higgins getting 30 million.
Oh, nah.
Exactly.
No, he's for sure surpassing CD Lamb on the pay chart.
And
for sure.
I think you guys are thinking a little bit too logically. I think you guys are forgetting that we're dealing with Jerry Jones, and that it's not going to be a pay.
It ain't gonna be smooth.
Yeah,
No, it's not gonna be smooth. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
But hey, what if CD in the position now because he hasn't been productive that they might get off him?
Nah, that contract too early in development.
I don't think that's crazy.
Hey, what if we're in a position now that like, hey, CD, we don't really want you no more, man. We got
I don't want you, but
come down I-45. The Texas.
We need to cut
a younger receiver. Think about that too. A younger receiver that's more productive, that changes the dynamic of our offense. Right. And on top of that, even though it may not be a guarantee that we can go get another CD Lamb, we can take one of them first round picks. Obviously, did they trade them? Did they trade all of them?
I don't think they traded.
Oh,
they did get rid of a bunch.
They traded 2.
They did.
They traded 2 for Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
But that wasn't all of them. I would hope not.
They had multiple first round picks.
Yeah, cause they
for that Michael trade.
Mm-hmm.
For this coming draft.
Yeah, they had 2.
They had 2.
The Green Bay pick weren't gonna be a good one because they were going.
They just said, I forgot. They said Green Bay.
But the thing that's kind of a hard sell is like, do you want to break up the band that has the most productive offense in the NFL? I mean, if you just get an average, they in the same situation as the Texans, just on the other side.
Like the same question.
They if they just get an average defense, then who's to say that there's anybody in the NFC that could potentially stop them on a consistent
They
basis?
target
Jerry
defensive
Jones
guys.
Well, yeah, Jerry Jones for sure. Jerry Jones for sure, but like, I mean, at the end of the day, this is probably what Jerry wants. Like, he ended up having a circus of a show that he's ran, and the team is still in position to where not only they're the most talked about team in the nation, but they competing for something that matters. I mean, who's to say that they did the same thing that the Texans did with Jaguars? They ended up having a tie for the point differential, and they split. Now, I'm not betting on it by any means. Who's to say that Philly doesn't slide? They play the Bears on Black Friday. They'd be 8-4 if they lose, and the Cowboys are 5-1. Who's to say that with all the problems going on with that Philly offense, that Dallas is in a position to capitalize?
Me.
I mean, they got to beat
Talking
Kansas
about
City
second?
for sure. Huh?
Talking about second?
Talking
Talking
about
about first.
They ain't getting that.
I ain't saying they. I'm not saying they will, but all the problems that Philly got going on, if they slip up and Kansas City find a way to lose to Dallas in Arlington, it's gonna get
Is
real
that even
tricky.
mathematically possible?
Yes, it's 5 games left in the season.
And they ain't slipping up enough for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's Cowboys.
That is true, but
Be a little optimistic.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey.
like, it's a desperate team that's willing to do anything to scratch and claw just to get in that dance.
It's the Cowboys we're talking about.
And 100% sure. We see how you repping.
Stop it.
Stop it. Oh,
I'm out the boy, baby.
Hey.
It's the H-time, bro. Come on, man.
Stop it.
Come on.
Stop it.
Come on, man.
Hey, but at the end of the day, though, man, hey, look. Short, sweet, collective. Cowboy beat the damn Chiefs.
Please.
beat the Chiefs.
We all
beat the
Chiefs.
Chiefs,
He
man.
needed for the division. We needed for
everything. What? Beat them, please.
Please.
batter him.
Oh, God, please. topic though, I think for sure George Pickens is the clear cut number one. I mean, he's been way more productive than CD this season. I don't know what happened to CD. That's not looking like the guy that I've seen in the previous seasons. Chill out. that was his guy. That was his guy. Yeah. But y'all looked at me crazy when I took BTJ over him. But he got his both having an off season.
It's still a little shaky.
Yeah, they both having a little off season. But anyway, I think George Pickens, he's that guy. Like he get that mug, he don't get that yards after catch. He gonna do everything in his power to get it too. But I don't know. Like he just looks good up there in Dallas. And he just been showing out, man. Shout out George Pickens. Yeah. For sure. He's a deep threat.
And he got a great catch rate.
He ain't got that savvy route running, but he got them hands.
And the thing the receivers are great at doing that you can tell who's elite at and who's not. They hands show extremely late.
Oh yeah.
So when that ball,
that's good.
That's amazing.
That's great.
That's amazing.
That is very, as a receiver, you supposed to show hands late.
DB don't know where the ball is if he face guarding.
Yeah.
So the second then that's what he gonna attack. But Pickens do it so late, it's like you got no chance to defend it.
He got hands, bro.
Okay, 3 things. Joe says he's been tuning into UCF basketball. I don't know if you guys know anything about UCF basketball.
Mike play.
Mike Williams. Huh?
Mike Williams. Yeah, Mike Williams.
Mike played for second round.
Oh no, he do play for South State. He do, but he came from there. I think. Did he have like a short stint? Yeah.
Y'all were talking about football, and he said, speaking of football, he just found out that Adrian Peterson's son goes to Baines.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He's very strong and built, and is in 7th grade.
Bro, that man is my height.
Crazy.
Running fast. I'm talking like, I don't know why this little AP play. He nice, bro. He fast as hell. They kick that ball out to him. He taking it to the crib. Like he nice, bro. And he can play. He can hit too. He good at defense.
And then 3rd, he says he didn't know that Sandman and Tyler are basketball coaches, and he's gonna try to pull up to a game.
Oh, hey, that's right.
We appreciate it, big dog.
Oh, definitely. Dang, Chris at 17. Okay. Chris from Elgin.
You know what time of the week it is? You know what time of the week it is?
Sure, you got to charge it. I can see what time.
Time of the week it is.
Oh.
First ain't good with it.
Oh, I know what time of the week it is.
First ain't good with time.
I'm not great with time. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's what we do.
Sanford Sea Cows top 5 power ranking.
Oh yeah, that's no problem.
So I gotta try to memorize it.
What?
So I gotta memorize all this so I can rank them.
Oh yeah.
That's why I wrote it down last time.
Be old school. Pen and paper.
Patriots just came off a bye week.
No, they played.
Who did they play?
They played the Bengals.
They won the game.
I already got my list. I'm cool.
Yeah, everybody should be good, huh?
Should be good.
I just started a shortage.
That's crazy. Detroit wouldn't make the playoffs this season in Detroit. And they're 7-4.
That's why we said last year that they missed their window.
They missed their window if they lose the division. And if they lose to Green Bay again.
They really should not.
Yeah, State.
Yeah. J-Lo.
Mikey Williams left CF. He only watches them because Chris Johnson from Elkins went there. He went
Yeah,
to
that's what I was saying.
I got a wireless one. You probably got to take a case off though.
I don't know. I'm like, I thought it was my phone.
Real quick. Eddie Robinson Award finalist. Oh.
what's the worst horror story that you had as a defender of AE?
Like I said, not my matchup.
You ain't had to switch. You ain't come to the hole, not once.
I don't think, yeah. Tyler needs to be locked in for that over/under stuff. What do you mean? Betting? You talking about betting, Joe?
Chase all the way. Right.
You got it upside down.
Shoot the back of it.
Yeah, I feel it though.
That's right. I had it like that.
There you go, like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
There you go. This shit is thick.
Yeah, it's magnetic.
There you go. There you go.
I might want to close on him. So that demon that came out of there.
The charge?
Boy, I hear
Yeah,
little
I'm
moves.
sorry.
Boy, I hear little drinks. I was out here sounding like a trombone.
Nah, not me. It's on my squad.
There you go.
You got yours good? Oh, you good.
Yeah, I got my list. I'm grand.
Yeah, everybody should
I'm
be
good.
good.
I'm good.
I agree.
Yeah.
Are we just going straight off the bat?
Yeah.
All right, it's time for T-Cal's top 5 power rankings.
All right, man. Best list in all the sports media, of course. Y'all already know the deal. I done came second back-to-back weeks to this guy right here because he got a special hate for the Broncos, but it's not gonna happen this week because I got the best list of all the sports media. And I'm gonna say it twice so everybody can hear me. Going into my 5th team, man, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. Philly. They're not that. I know they did lose to the Cowboys. They did spot them 24 points, lost the game in dramatic fashion. But you can't tell me it's 6 teams in the NFL that's better than the Philadelphia Eagles, realistically. Their run game is anemic. I'm not gonna sit there and hold you. Saquon Barkley has looked extremely average this year. Maybe it's because of the line. Now Saquon in the receiving game gives them a little more juice, but I'm having a hard time trying to understand why it's not clicking in the run game this year, despite having one of the top O-lines in the league. But the defense is extremely stout. Obviously, the offense spots you 21 points. You defense gotta. I mean, is part of it a blame for Philly's defense not being able to hold down a 21-0 lead?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Possibly.
Give or take. Going into my number 4, man, I got the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle, man, if they wasn't in that tough division in the NFC West, man, they would be a lot higher on my list, but they're not. Jay Sanders looking like the offensive player of the year week in and week out, man. That defense is electric. There's a little nail biter with my boy Charles and the Tennessee Titans, but y'all ended up pulling it out. It was not gonna say too disappointing of a dub because at the end of the day, it's hard to win in this league. But
It's the NFL.
hey, they still fight. They still fighting to get to the playoffs. How tight that race is in the NFC, man. You still got San Fran that's 7-4. You still got Detroit. You still got Green Bay, and that's all wild card. Every team I just named has 7 wins. So Seattle, you better keep it up, or you may not make it to the playoffs this year, especially with that. They still got to play the second half of that division.
Yeah.
Yikes, man. Let's see how confident you are in your boy going into the killer stretch of the year. Going on to my number 3, man. I know they didn't play, but I got the Denver Broncos. Obviously, that stand that they made against, who did they play? Kansas City. They beat Kansas City. They beat Philly. They beat everybody. They beat us. I mean, sure, they beat everybody in the league. That defense is the top 2 unit, not number 1. That offense, it is anemic for majority of the game, but in the 4th quarter, that's when it comes alive. So I guess, shoot, that's the best time for you to have your offense come alive is when it matters the most. They got to deploy candidate in Nick Benito, even though he's slowly falling off because other guys are picking up steam. They still have an amazing defensive unit and shoot. That may be able to carry them over the top to win this division. they're not number two. Number two is the New England Patriots. Man, they're 10-2. Who would have thought? New England is going to beat Buffalo out. If it all stays the same, they're going to beat Buffalo out. They're going to win the AFC East. Who would have had that on their bingo card? The Buffalo Bills not winning the AFC East. I know I did. I had Buffalo. No, I had New England making the playoffs, but I didn't have them winning the division. I thought it was always going to go to the Buffalo Bills. But I mean, hey, Drake May has been playing some amazing ball. That defense is stout. Travion Henderson sighting. It's about time you finally start getting him touches. You see what he does in his role. But they're not number one. Number one is obviously the clear-cut answer. I think everybody list will have a unanimous number one, including Big Jess, the Los Angeles Rams. Los Angeles Rams have the MVP and Matthew Stafford. They have one of the Offensive Player of the Year candidates in Puka Nacua. They have arguably the best wide receiver two in the NFL in Devontae Adams. They have arguably the top 5 best defense in the NFL. They have arguably the top 3 best NFL coaches in the NFL. I mean, you can go just down the list. That's just a great organization from top to bottom, man. The quarterback is playing at an all-time. I don't think I've ever seen Matthew Stafford play this good ever in his career. So.
It died.
Oh, man.
Go ahead.
Well, that's my list. 5 Eagles, 4 Seattle, 3 Buffalo. 3 Broncos, 2 Patriots, 1 Rams.
I guess for me,
That shit always done.
be honest, keep it a book. We got the same list.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Hey!
So because your list is just like mine, that's the only reason it's perfect. But I got nothing. I got nothing to go against that for sure. The Eagles, they look vulnerable, but we all kind of feel like if there was a game that they would lose, it would probably be this one because they can't win every single one, not at the fashion that they do. And even with that being said, they still come through when it matters most. They got a tough task going up against the Bears, who honestly are my honorable mention. But if they're able to handle business, they're right back where they left off. They're gonna be good.
My bad, y'all.
4 Seahawks, like you said. In my opinion, I feel like they're the best team in the NFC, but due to the fact that they ended up losing that game against the Rams, then I obviously have to put them a little bit lower. Even with that being said, JSN is on pace to break Calvin Johnson's record.
Damn.
He's on pace to get 2,000 receiving yards, and he could possibly do that without a 17th game, which is incredible. The offense is still hot, the defense is still electrifying, and the team just shows no sign of slowing down. 3, give me the Broncos. I said that they're Eagles light. They might be Eagles heavy because of the fact of the matter that they play ugly, but they find ways to win. And they take care of business the next few weeks. They're going to win that AFC West. And I don't care that the fact that the Chiefs are looking as good as they are right now. I don't care about the fact that the Chargers are right on their heels. I don't care about none of that because they are in a position to potentially be the number 1 seed in the AFC. And not the best team in the AFC. That belongs to number 2, the Patriots. Drake May is a dark horse MVP candidate. Travion Henderson is putting in that work. Defense is going crazy. Mike Vrabel is going to win Coach of the Year for obvious reasons. And ultimately, the Patriots look as good as when they were in the late stages of the Tom Brady era. And then number 1, the Rams. They got one of the best offenses in the NFL. Matthew Stafford's playing the best football of his life. And what helps them out the most is they do not commit a lot of turnovers. Like, he has only 2 picks in the entire season. And they only have 2 losses. So the fact that they're in that position is just so crazy to see how electrifying that they are on that side of the ball, offense and defense. It's just a really good, well-balanced team. So similar to him, 5 Eagles, 4 Seahawks, 3 Broncos, 2 Patriots, 1 Rams. And honorable mention would be the Bears because I ain't see them being as good.
That's nuts, bro.
You wanna fix it?
The fact that we got the same list, man,
gotta tap in with me.
Bro, Jalen Suggs have 11 assists, bro.
You cut it? Okay. You wanted to edit that mug out.
Oh yeah.
But my list, man. All right, so 5. I got the Seahawks. Even though they in like the toughest division, I mean, they still looking like one of the best teams in the league to me. That offense looks pretty dang good. Defense, they nice as of course. 4, I got the Eagles. We can't never count the Eagles out, unfortunately, because of the construction of the team, and they also gonna handle business as well. I got them. I mean, they're not too flashy on offense. We all know that. Very still, very boring, but they get the job done. Defense is elite. 3, I got the Broncos. They done beat everybody. They done beat everybody. All the teams that are contenders, except they ain't beat us. But yeah, I got the Broncos at 3. 2, got the Patriots. Of course, they one of the best teams in the NFL for sure. 1, got the Rams. That's I told Tyler the other day, I think I chose the wrong team in LA. But anyway, yeah, I got the Rams as 1 for sure. Matthew Stafford balling out. I mean, you got Kobe Durant and that boy Emmanuel Forbes out there balling. Oh my God! Like, hey, man, shout out to the Rams, bro. It's a very well constructed team. Shout out that boy Sean McVay. He got them boys. He got them boys right for real, for real. So that's my list.
All right. Well, this week, like you guys said, it's kind of rare, but you guys have the same list. Except for Amari, you have yours. It's pretty much the same, except you're swapping the Eagles and the Seahawks. This week, Amari, I'm going to give you A-, and I'll give you guys an A. I like you guys' list a little bit better. If you would have asked me this question, I might have said the exact same list you said, Amari. But after just thinking about you guys' explanations, I feel like at the end of the day, if the Eagles and the Seahawks played today, the Seahawks would probably win, just based on how things are going. So I do give them that higher spot on the power ranking, and I give you guys a higher ranking on your list.
Oh,
Come on, man.
hey, that's a dub for us.
It's 3 in a row. 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row.
Do you want me to charge this or no? It don't matter.
Because it just dies fast for some weird reason, but it's cool.
Last but not least. All right, last but not least, we got our NFL. I should make it start. What is it? The 12th?
13.
13. Wait, hold on.
Should be 13.
Yeah, 13.
Yes, we 15.
15?
13, yeah, 13.
Oh, I thought you said 15. I was like, dang.
All right, last but not least, we got our Week 13 NFL score predictions. This week is our Thanksgiving edition, so we got a couple of games on Thursday, even a game on Friday. Let's go ahead and get started. Our first game on Thursday on Thanksgiving is going to be the Packers playing the Lions.
Give me the Lions.
That's tough. Give me a line.
Give me the Lions. I like the Lions.
I'm sticking with my guns. Go, Pack, go.
Next game, we have the Chiefs playing the Cowboys.
Ooh.
Cowboys.
Come on, Cowboys.
We all
Cowboys
Cowboys
by
fans
obvious
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Come on,
Texas. Come on, Dad. Show me some.
And our night game on Thanksgiving is going to be the Bengals versus the Ravens.
Ravens. Ravens gonna win.
There it is.
You said 9.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
Burrow.
sure you did 4.
Burrow's hurt, brother.
He coming back.
He coming back.
He come back on Thursday.
Oh, 9 then. Okay.
Nah.
Hopefully, bro, don't get hurt again.
Please no. But all right, our next game on Friday is going to be the Bears playing the Eagles.
That's gonna be a sneak.
They're both 8-3.
That's gonna be
Bears.
Give me the Bears.
They playing in Chicago, I think.
Bears. The Bears.
Give me the Bears.
If the Eagles lose to the Bears, are they no longer a top 5 team in the NFL?
Yes.
They have
They're not.
too many glaring holes on that offensive side table. And you know what? Give me Philly. I got more respect for them. But shout out to Bears.
Sunday morning, we have the Texans playing the Colts.
Texans. Come on, man. We on a hot streak.
Give me the Texans.
Let's keep it up.
I think they're gonna make Daniel see ghosts.
Let's take this division by the reins.
Then we have the Saints and the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Give me the Dolphins. Saints.
Give me the Dolphins, yeah. Give me the Dolphins. What am I thinking? What am I thinking for?
Put us out of our misery. Good pool.
I feel bad for those guys.
Yeah.
49ers versus Browns.
Ooh.
Give me the Browns.
I want to, but give me San Fran.
Sure, that's a sign for things to come. 3 interceptions from Broderick Purdy. Sure, what you think is gonna happen against Cleveland?
Give me the Browns. Give me the Browns. I think Sheduer can lead them to that dub too.
C-Mac gonna be. They gonna use him every single play.
Real quick side note. Is Sheduer undersized as a quarterback?
Yeah.
I feel like everybody I see him next to, he's like always way shorter and way smaller.
And the thing is, he's 6'2", which is
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Joe said something earlier. He said you're wearing Titans colors, and you repping that.
What's Titans about this?
You gotta ask Joe. I'm sorry.
Come on, Joe. What you? Come on.
I think it's the navy blue.
That's how you feeling?
Speaking of which, next game is the Jaguars playing the Titans. How you feel about that?
Man,
As much as it pains me.
Who you gonna pick?
Titans, baby.
It's okay. It's not gonna hurt you.
You got the Vince Young jersey.
The one time. The one time.
Oh man.
Told me. Come on.
It's okay. The moment passed. You got lucky. Next game, we got the Falcons versus Jets.
Who?
Give me the Falcons. Even though they're inconsistent, give me the Falcons for sure.
Give me the Jets. I don't know why. I just got a feeling.
I'll take the Falcons.
Next game is Rams versus Panthers.
Rams.
Rams, Jesus.
The Panthers gonna find a way.
Not today. Not
against that team.
not that.
Bryce Young, I believe in you.
You
Hey.
don't know. Not after what I saw last night.
They could have strapped that boy Teddy Ryman in the seat.
They ain't even have to strap him.
Does Kyler Murray have what it takes to defeat Baker Mayfield?
No.
Ain't coming back.
Jacoby.
Oh yeah,
Do you have what it takes?
Smart boy.
The Bucks, they've been so hurt. Ain't Baker? He just got in the swing.
Yeah. Wait, the Bucks play who?
The Cardinals.
Oh, give me the Cardinals.
That's what I'm saying.
The Cardinals are 3-8. The Bucks are 6-5.
Yeah,
Bucks.
Bucks be 6-6.
Give me the Bucks. Give me
The
the
Bucks keep on slipping up like this. They might miss the playoffs.
They deserve it. It's been a bad fall off for them.
Which
They
is
started
crazy.
off with
They-
5-1.
Bro, they was on fire. Like Baker was the MVP talks.
I can't blame them though. They look like
They got hurt, bro.
They
Yeah.
depleted.
They depleted.
Yeah.
O-line, receiver, Bucky still hasn't even came back.
That's crazy.
And now the quarterback gone.
All right, starting our 3 o'clock games. I think this is a rematch. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Vikings play the Seahawks.
That's not a rematch, but
Give me Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah.
I don't trust JJ McCarthy.
He hurt.
A little big game.
JJ concussion protocol.
Yeah, somebody else gonna be starting for him.
Carson.
Nick Mullins.
Oh, they ain't
Carson.
even-
Carson's a great backup too. To go back to our first topic, in my opinion,
We
he's
strapped
a
him
trustworthy
up.
backup in my opinion.
We strapped him up.
Yeah, that's true.
Next we have the Bills playing the Steelers.
Give me the Bills. Josh Allen bounced
Steelers are at home.
Bills, I don't know, besides the A-Rod.
Yeah, that's the only reason I go Buffalo. If it wasn't for A-Rod status, give me the Steelers.
What is it? Mason Rudolph finna come in.
She did last week.
I don't know whatever happened to old boy from Iowa State. Not Iowa, Ohio State.
He third.
Oh, he third. Oh, dang. I thought he was only second.
Nah, they gonna give Rudolph took him to the playoffs one year.
Hmm.
I ain't saying it was good, but he got him there.
Yeah, they did get.
Our last 3 o'clock game, the 2-9 Raiders play the 7-4 Chargers.
Give me the Chargers.
Chip Kelly's gone. Like maybe with that
I like
OC
Max
being,
Crosby. Like, yeah, like,
I mean the
He didn't have a
defense
sack against
is
us.
that. But I've been saying like you know how it is when that bro. I seen it on Twitter too. I'm not even just trolling you, but I seen it on Twitter. They were like just like they fired Chip Kelly. They was like and imagine who they got to play next week. And
It's
everybody.
crazy because they might actually like.
But that's what I'm saying.
That
Though,
might
like,
be it because that happened with
Giants.
The Giants.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not me trying to troll. It's me like, bro, like that stuff actually happened. When the moment you get a different OC in there, some new life, it can look like a whole different product.
Who they OC?
Who knows? It's on the Tuesday. I guess they're gonna announce soon enough. But Chip Kelly gone.
Give me the Chargers. Got the rest from the bye week, so hopefully we can, come back stronger. Everybody is woken up because
Give me the Chargers. Y'all, if y'all lose to them, hey,
Sure, you need to be rooting for the Raiders.
why? I feel like we're going to win the division.
Okay. So you gotta be too safe.
That's true, but hey,
they
that's what
undefeated
Dallas
versus
going.
the Raiders. Ain't no way, right? Like, man, let me knock on wood. Ain't no telling.
Because also too, the Steelers gonna lose anyway against the Bills.
That's a tough. You know what? Next team.
So I wonder what's them getting a new OC gonna do. I mean, what they gonna make Genty run the ball?
in my opinion, I think that's harder because like the whole team got to learn a new playbook.
I mean, not really. It's, you just keep the same stuff going and you just kind of work around the strengths of your guys. But the O line is so terrible, and it's like it starts in the trenches.
I would keep the same stuff going because the same stuff is who got the last guy fired.
Yeah, but you could have some variations. You don't have to run a pick and roll every time. You can do a pick and pop.
Dang.
You know what I mean?
Let's try to set some bars on.
Our Sunday night game is the 9-2 Broncos playing the 3-8 Commanders.
Give me the Broncos.
They gonna be 10-2.
Broncos country is a ride. They snatch up that division for real, for real.
Speaking of 2s and 10s,
Ooh.
on Monday, the 2-10 Giants play the 10-2 Patriots.
Oh, my God. Give me the Patriots. Yeah.
How
It'll be a good
is this
game.
prime time game?
Yeah,
That's a prime time game.
and the Broncos and Commanders are prime time game too.
Man.
They said that they had a chance to flex the Texans and Colts, but they want to see what happens with us on week 18.
So trash.
But give me
5 weeks from now. Okay?
New England, man.
That I was saying. But man, that was a good episode, fellas. But that is a conclusion of episode 79 of Check the Stats. If you made it to the end, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all those social media platforms, man. It's only going up from here, man. People who's watching the live stream, we extremely appreciate your support, man. Without y'all, man, it wouldn't be no us. It would be no CDS, but man, the support that y'all have been giving us these last couple times we've been going on live is greatly appreciated. We're only going to try to get better and better from here. Please flood them DMs if you can. What are you interested in hearing about? What are you interested in hearing us debate about? Man, we're open and willing to get into a lot of debates. I'm sure I don't want to say everything now, but majority debates, basketball, football, man, send them our way. Even some baseball. We got Big Jess. He the baseball whiz.
Yeah.
But Big Birds, Sandman, Big Jess in the back. We appreciate your services. Without further ado, Bercy, you got any words of encouragement for the young fellas at home, the people who are tuned into this live before we get up out of here?
You know, usually I say something corny,
Nah.
snappy, or something crazy, but nah, I'm gonna keep it real short, sweet, and to the point. Happy Thanksgiving, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all viewers on the live and viewers of this future episode enjoy y'all Thanksgiving. Y'all get a great feast. Get that turkey in your system. Get that ham. You know what I'm saying? Get that dressing. Get that mashed potatoes. Get your mac and cheese. Get everything that you need in your system, man. I hope you enjoy your time with your family because at the end of the day, that's what matters the most. If you believe that, you believe in facts. If you ever need more facts, you already know today. Check them stats.
Ooh. Yeah. Two in the mug.
Signing out.
Chad, what y'all think about that episode? Talk about it.
Uh-oh.
Great stuff. Appreciate it, Joe.
Streamer dies on camera.
Right.
It's good.
Somebody say, hey, yeah, die, nigga.
Shit went down the wrong windpipe.
Right.
Damn.
You supposed to act.
That's the Doty.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
What?
Oh,
That's that.
oh.
That's that dope.
Oh.
Woo.
That kid pregnant.
Appreciate it, Joe. Appreciate it, bro.
Shout out to Mills on the stream.
Alright, man, that's it. We're gonna catch y'all next stream. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. So, hey.
Man, if y'all want to get your butt whooped in that Madden, man, Trill Hooper 13. Trill Hooper 13 coming to give you none but pain on the stick.
Me and Sam, man, we on that BF6, man.
For real, bro. Hey, Joe, you on that battlefield, bro. I'm pretty sure I still got you on, as a friend on PlayStation. So, hey.
Boys want that work in college football, you know what it is.
Oh,
I do.
Underscore.
Any viewer want smoke, name the game.
oh,
Oh.
you heard him?
Oh, Lord.
That boy said he ain't study either.
Any viewer, any game.
We signed out.